Welcome back. Dr. Bigley here. We're going to be talking about the three patterns that make up about 99% of anything you'll be conducting. That's the 4 pattern, the 3 pattern, and the 2 pattern. Now, there are 3 things that we want to establish here. One is, we've already talked about this, the horizontal plane is where all of the ictus, or the points of the beat, happen. So whether I'm conducting a 4 pattern, or a 3 pattern, or a 2 pattern, all of the ictus happen right here. The other thing that's common between these 3 and all conducting patterns is that 1 is always straight down. You have to establish that. This is what's called the downbeat, right? And we usually start with the breath to get it going. We'll talk more about the breath in another episode. But here we're establishing the downbeat comes straight down. And then the other thing that's common between all of them is that the last beat that you're conducting in a measure comes from the outside. If I'm conducting a 6 pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. So the last beat always comes in here. The most important one, of course, is the first beat. When I was at Eastman with Don Newen, he had just come off of his sabbatical. And during his sabbatical, he traveled the country and he sat down with principal players from many of America's best orchestras. And he asked them, what's the most important thing you need from a conductor for a conductor to be successful? And their answer was a clear downbeat. So if you can give a clear downbeat, you're well on your way. So now that we've established that, let's get into the patterns. The 2 pattern is simply an umbrella handle. If you can imagine drawing an umbrella handle with your hand, that's all it is. Looking for simplicity here. We want to establish a baseline conducting pattern so that you can add artistry later. That's the 2 pattern, easy peasy. By the way, when you're thinking about that downbeat, don't bring your downbeat straight in front of you here. It should be, remember we talked about the handshake in establishing the horizontal plane. So once you establish that handshake, just straight up and down, you're going to be conducting a long time. And we want to make sure you don't end up with bursitis in your shoulder. All right, so that's the 2 pattern. The 3 pattern, same principle. 1, 2 is to the outside so that you could come in for 3. Remember, the first and last beat are in the same place. So we have 1, 2, 3. I want you to notice the sweep of this outside beat. 1 and 3 have a pretty clear ictus, but 2, that outside beat, is really more of a pendulum swing. We do that to prevent any accidental accents to the outside, because if I make it this, then now I'm conducting a staccato or a light marcato or something. So we're looking for non espressivo, okay? We don't want to show anything but the actual tempo and the meter. So that's the 3 pattern. And the 4 pattern, again, we want the last beat to come in from here. So we know that the second beat has to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So 1, 2 to the center of the body, 3, 4. Notice that I didn't say come across your body. A lot of conductors make this mistake where they conduct 2 in here, and now they've closed themselves off to the ensemble, and this really does affect the sound. Whether you're conducting a choir, a band, or an orchestra, you get a timid sound. So we want to stay open, shoulders back, and if I was wearing a buttoned shirt, I would stop at my buttons for 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, that outside is just a sweep or a pendulum swing. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, here's the 3 pattern. Again, all of the ictus are on the horizontal plane. Here's the 2 pattern. And here's the 4 pattern. Now in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about a pitfall that I see a lot of conductors fall into when it comes to these patterns. So stay tuned to see if you're one of these people that might need to make a little adjustment.